Hey Rough Cutters, it's Tyler here and I welcome you once again to the Rough Cuts Wednesday. Now 2 days ago I returned home from a very well-known spectacle known as Comic-Con, and I had the privilege of attending 3 big premieres that were happening that day. I attended premieres for Captain America the First Avenger, the premiere of Fright Night, and a screening for the very anticipated independent film Drive. But I'm here today to review Captain America the First Avenger. If you can see, I got a shirt right here that I got at the screening, in which if I turn it around it actually says First to see the First Avenger at Comic-Con, of course. I hope you can see that because I'm not looking at my camera right now. So Captain America the First Avenger is the final Marvel comic books film leading up to the release of the highly anticipated The Avengers movie. This movie focuses on the origin story of Captain America, aka Steve Rogers. He's this very weak person who has asthma. He's very determined though in his will to go to the United States military so he can fight against the Nazis during World War II, but his body is just too physically unfit to even go through the training course. That's until a doctor notices something in him, and he enlists him part of the Super Soldier Serum Project, in which he gets injected with all these needles and everything, and gets put in this machine where he becomes not only taller, but this very buff and very strong, fast-running guy who's turned into the ultimate super soldier who goes by the name of Captain America, where he must fight off of his nemesis, Red Skull, who's played by Hugo Weaving. I was looking forward to Captain America the First Avenger the most out of all the comic book films coming out this year because it just had a very different appeal to it. It had a very retro setting against it with this 1940s setting around World War II. That's what I really dug the most, and when I found out that Joe Johnston was directing it, I was very skeptical at first, but when I looked back and found out about this film he directed called The Rocketeer, which was another superhero movie with a retro setting back in another time, like in the past, of course, I got more faith in it, and when I finally saw it, I gotta say I really enjoyed this film. And that was not just for the fact that Chris Evans came and presented the film 5 rows ahead of me. Chris Evans shows terrific range in this movie as he has really branched out during the past couple of years since starring in the Fantastic Four movie. He does a brilliant job as Steve Rogers. He really captures the innocence of the young Steve Rogers before he becomes Captain America. And even when he becomes Captain America, he just balances all the right lines between the action, the drama, and the comedy, which are the main 3 genres that this movie falls off of. And Chris Evans just does great. I really think the guy's matured tremendously as an actor, and it definitely is a great showcase for him in this film. Joe Johnston's films have been very mixed on me, but his direction in this movie is very solid. He really nails down the retro 1940s setting with the costumes, the whole look, and all the great action sequences. He films the action so well. I don't even think I saw any shaky cam or like handheld camera shots during any of the action. It was filmed to perfection. While the action was good though, none of it really completely won me over. There was nothing awe-inspiring or amazing. It was just very good action. It's nothing I'll remember in the next year or so by the time I make my favorites of the year and worst of the year list for film. It probably won't appear anywhere, but for what it was, Captain America is a pretty entertaining movie. It's definitely not for everyone. I think if you're a very true fan of the comics, you're really going to enjoy this movie. If not, just go in with low expectations and you could be surprised. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. So I thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for yet another Wednesday Rough Cuts review. Also, go to my main channel, CaliCriticReviews, where you can find my earlier reviews of the Fright Night remake and Drive, which I also saw at Comic-Con. So I'll see you guys later next week. Goodbye.